Good evening. Welcome to the press conference for Wimbledon ladies champion Linda Noskova. Please raise your hand if you would like to ask a question. So, Linda, Wimbledon ladies champion, has it sunk in yet?
No, it hasn't. I feel like it has been only a couple of minutes since I walked off court, but it is definitely something that I'm gonna remember forever, but it will definitely take me a few days to realize it.
Questions?
Just give us an insight when you were having those championship points and Karolina kept sort of repelling them. What was going on in your mind? Were you panicking? Were you always calm? What were you thinking when those...
In the second set, it was very tough for me. My hand kind of froze at certain moments. My feet were not as quick as they have been before, but I would focus on the positives. On the last match point, I feel like I didn't even realize that I had a match point. I was just, I kept going, and that's what really won it for me, that I just didn't exactly put it into my head.
Faisal?
Hi, Linda. Congratulations. On that match point, what were the feelings and emotions when you realised you had won it?
It just, kind of relaxed me. It kind of got off of me, just the stress, the non-stop thinking about if I'm gonna win this or that. It's 5-3, or if I'm not gonna hold my serve. It was just those not so easy moments, but I'm so glad I did on my first try in the third set.
Ava?
Congratulations, Linda. When you went off court after the second set, how did you regroup? What were you telling yourself, especially someone who hasn't been in this situation? You're so young. Like, it was a really impressive reset that you were able to do.
Yeah, I was just telling myself that the match is starting all over. I was in the bathroom and I just splashed some cold water on me and started all over again. But what really helped me, there was the first step that I took off court, the trophies were there, and I was like, I'm not gonna take the small one, I'm taking the big one. I have been so close. This would be probably the heartbreak of my life. And I started all over, and I would say that maybe the key point was the first game that I held my serve, and yeah, that was the key points.
Thank you. I was actually going to ask that same question. One of the broadcasters said you actually went off and you were staring at the trophies. Did that help your mindset? Did that actually refocus you? And you answered it in a way. You weren't going to accept the small one.
Yeah, no. I was looking at the big one and I was like, I am taking this one no matter what. If I'm gonna leave my soul on court in the third set, whatever that be. I was just kind of, started to focus on myself all over again, which was the key point.
Ben?
Yeah, how important was that first game of the third set to reset your mind, because you would down break points in that game and it seemed like there was a lot of momentum going against you, so how important was that, and how bad would it have been if you had lost that game?
Yeah, let's say I'm brave enough to say that the third set would not have been the same if maybe I would have lost the first game. I lost five games in a row in the second one, so it was very, very important to start off great in a good way, the third one. Karolina, she had some chances on my serve in that first game, but I'm glad that I kind of kept my cool and played somehow like in the first set, let's say.
Yeah.
The stadium kind of erupted after the second set. I was not watching it via TV. I was watching it from the media seats, and you did a gesture with your hands on your heads. I didn't quite understand if you were doing this, or can you explain us?
Well, the crowd was so loud, and it was after the games that I have lost, so I was just trying to, be with myself for a little time. I've thrown a towel over my head after some break that I lost or something like that. Something that my coach told me last night, he was like, if you need a moment, just, take it, get out of the court or just be with yourself for a moment. So I feel like those moments, I don't know if they helped me or not, but it was definitely just to keep myself away from all the noise.
Hermione?
Congratulations. I'm curious, just what does it say about you that you're able to win this match and also come back from the French Open, which you described as a disaster, and play as you have done for the last few weeks?
It means a lot. It definitely means that if I focus on myself, if I enjoy my time on court, if I know that I can win, if I want to just keep it down, if I want to just go from point to point, I can win such a tournament. I feel like with my tennis, I never know what to expect, but I felt good on court throughout these 2 weeks and a couple of weeks, ago. So it showed.
Carol?
Linda, congrats for that win. We'll all remember the second part of that match, of course, but the first part was also really impressive. It's your first Grand Slam final, and you were, playing like it's been a decade of you playing these matches. Even Karolina was like, I don't understand how she did that. Can you just explain how you went out on this court and played your best tennis, like right out of the bat?
I don't know how I did that either. It was just, I tried to copy the feelings that I had in previous rounds. I was not exactly nervous before any of the matches, so I tried to do all my routines, all the things that worked before. But today was a lot different. I've been in a few finals. A final is a final, no matter what you do. There's always the pressure. You always want to keep your cool, be okay, be like nothing is happening, but deep inside of you, it's very important. But I was going the way that I wanted almost 99% of the match, but then those key moments that I kind of froze kind of got me into the third set. But yeah, like I said, it was the most important set of my life, probably. The third one.
Chris?
Yeah, Linda, I've heard some people say it's harder to play a good friend or a friend in a match of importance. Some have said it's easier because it's a familiar sort of feeling. How was it for you? And also just how did you feel about, seeing Karolina at the end, at 29, not get that title? I know you're happy to get it, but just a little empathy on your part, probably.
For me, it's never easy to play a friend. I've made a few friends on tour, and whenever we play each other, it's never easy. But this time, I kind of wanted to keep the distance, I guess. We just waved hi at each other, and that was all before the match. But I feel like that helped me a lot throughout, almost the whole match. But I know Karolina's game. She's a tricky player to play on any surface, so I had to keep being focused. But I don't think that the fact that we are friends, we still are friends, hopefully, didn't help me in some moments or something like that.
Okay, last two questions, Simon and Charlie.
Hi, Linda. I'm sure you would have liked to have won 6-2, 6-2, but
Absolutely.
the fact that you won it the way you did it, is that almost more satisfying to sort of go through the difficult moments and come out the other side?
I don't know. I feel like if I would have saved the spectators to my team or myself, the stress and all the hard stopping moments, I would say that would be better. But just winning it this way and really having to fight for it, having all these ups and downs, it matters a lot. But I do have to learn a lot from this match, definitely.
Charlie?
It's interesting you mentioned that you said you talked with your coach about, like, if you need to take a moment, just do that. So I just wondered how much thought you had before a match like this, or just in general, about what you would do if things do start to really fall apart. I mean, obviously you can't prepare for missing 5 championship points at Wimbledon, but is that something you think about a lot, kind of how to reset? Because it was so impressive how you did it.
Yeah, this moment or this situation that I would be up 4 or 5 match points and having to start another set all over, this was not in the scenario that we have discussed. But I don't think that anyone could prepare me for that. You know, it was just me, myself, and I on the court. I was just telling myself, if you're gonna lose this, it's your loss. You know, if you're gonna win it, it's your win. I focused on a lot of things during those match points. I was like, yeah, it's finally here, you know, you can just put it back in the court and it'll be fine. But Karolina, she's such a competitor that you can't never really be 100% done. But my coach helped me not only yesterday with our talk, but throughout these 6-7 years that we have been together. I felt the support in my team, so I feel like all these things collided helped me a lot.